Good evening, folks, and welcome on this lovely evening, at least here in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, to Tinker Tailor Solder Fry, the Let's Try program here on the mighty Loading Ready Run Video Entertainment Network. My name's Ian Horner, and I will be your navigator, as usual, today, as we move through the world of JFET preamplification. New mic, Maricat. No, this is in fact the mic we use. This is actually one that I borrowed from the office. I'm currently using it on my tabletop. Whenever you see me streaming from the old other room, that means that I'm usually putting my words into here. But I'm doing it tonight. At least we're not using it at the moment because I can bat it around like a cat, and it's not going to not going to ruin everyone's day. I wanted to let you all know what these preamps sound like while we work on them. Let's you know what? Before I even do that, let's have a little bit of a history lesson. So a while back, I got myself these what do you call them? Toshiba JFETs, and we did a episode of Tinker Tailor. A JFET is a type of transistor that you can use to make amplifiers. And that's what this little guy is here. This is a 9 dB clean booster in the style of a cloud lifter or a Sputnik or whatever those things. They're generally used for dynamic microphones because a dynamic microphone doesn't take phantom power. It just makes tiny bits of electricity based on the actual movement of coils and you know the magnetic inference effect. Damn it, my words are not following me today. But point is, they can be quite quiet and require a lot of boosting, and so occasionally you'll get, or quite often you'll get people buying these devices to boost them up a bit so that we don't have to crank the gain so much on our devices. So what this does is it takes phantom power, which the microphone normally wouldn't use, and uses that to boost up the levels by 9 clean decibels of gain. But we managed to solder out the board last time, but we didn't get it successfully tested. And I think there might have been an issue with just some contacts in the microphone. So what I've done is I've wired up the microphone here. Let's bring you down into the booth as well. Boop. No, we are in the booth. Let's go to the gameplay. Yes, gameplay, as it were. So you can see the mic, and you can see the board here. So I bring my audio in using... Ooh, that dropped the can. Using the Zoom H4n, and it's currently stuck on something, but you can see there. Actually, let's just raise that up a bit. Boop. So you can see a bit better what's going on. Okay, so as you can see, I'm right now talking through the microphone on my chest. Give it a little tap there. You can see the levels are changing and adjusting as they are wont to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Just let me put on some headphones here so I can make sure what's going on. Oh, it's the mic shadow. That's what's going on. Right, let's fix that. Okay, so, wow, that's really crisp in my ears. We're going to turn off the mic, and then we're going to swap over to channel 1 here, which is currently connected to the back of the microphone directly. So let's do that. Boop. Okay, so that's me. Now I'm talking directly into the microphone. You can see that it's a little bit more of a directional mic. This is not a dynamic mic, though, by the way. I'm making it work like a dynamic mic because in the back here, sometimes you don't have access to something that has phantom power like the old H4n. So it has the option to put a battery in it to kind of do the same sort of thing. So right now, what you're hearing is... effectively a phantom unpowered. Let's just have a look down there. Phantom power, you can see, is off. There. Hold on a second. I just want to get a bit more movement, so I just need to move a cable. Okay, good. Yank the back of the PC closer to me then. Okay, that gives me some more space to work with here. Okay, so you can see phantom power completely off. Let's swap it over to the amplified cable. So I'm going to turn the mic off, go back to the other mic, plug that mic back in, unplug the mic. Let's take the cable from the amplifier out, stick that in the bottom there. Okay, so what levels are we got here? We've got volume is 70 is what I'm listening to, and let's turn that back out. Input is currently at 80. 80 seems like a good level for us here. In fact, you know what? Let's just turn it down. Let's turn it down to about 50. 50 should be, it's going to be a little bit quieter, as you can already hear the difference there. But let's swap over to mic 1 once we get this plugged in directly here. Okay. We are now plugged in through the amplifier. Here's what it sounds like amplified. I forgot. You need to also turn the phantom power on. So we're going to do that in just a second. So here it is. Phantom power is currently hello. You'll now find that I'm way over here because this mic is much louder than it was just a few seconds ago. We can now take the input and dial that way down. So now we're back to that 50% input. And if we take it all the way back down to, say, 30 on the input level, well, you still get that you still get that nice close, clean sound, buttery sound, but way less gain on your amplifier, which means you have a lot more room to play with before you need to crank up to the top and start peaking all over the place. So yeah, as you can see, the amplifier itself works a treat. What Rode mic is this? This is the NTG2. Again, not a dynamic mic, but we are just using it in dynamic mic mode simulation. So we're going to bring back to the back to my shirt mic here. Let's bring that back up to 80 or 75 on the gain. Seems good. And let's disconnect. I don't want to hear my own voice in my head anymore, so I'm going to take these headphones off too. Yeah, see what? To be clear, the phantom power from the H4n is currently powering the preamp because the way that this circuit is designed, it's going to intercept all the phantom power and use it to power these JFETs and resistors. So let's just make some space for myself here. Because what we want to do is we want to put this into something that's going to fit under a disk. I got this project box here, and that probably is going to fit the bill for this one, I'm going to say. In fact, look at that, it almost perfectly does. But I was thinking it would be nice to be able to maybe make these a bit more modular, so that I'd actually like to solder some pins to this thing, and we can then go about making these easy to connect for the other 3 or 4 versions. But let's start by making sure that we've got the circuit put together correctly, and for that, I'm going to need to just step away for a second and grab the circuit diagram. Boop, boop. I printed it off, you see, because I thought it would be useful, and then forgot to bring it with me because I knew it would be useful. So this is what we're looking at here. Yeah, you don't have, there's not much to it. Let's, yep, there we go. In and out, they go through a 22,000 ohm resistor into your JFETs. Those dump out through a 68 ohm resistor to ground and through your pins on the XLR. Ground is not mentioned. So, oh god, did I betray my my title of show? It is in fact solder, and I should be sent into the brig for such a misuse. Ah, mana. So let's see how we want to do this here. This looks ugly as sin. So hopefully we can do better than that. Ah. Oh, do I still have a link from the page where that diagram's? I don't know if I even still have that, Nigoki. So does it work for condensers or just the road that can work with this? Nigoki, this will not work with condensers, no. The reason it works with the road is because the road has a internal battery, AA, which it can draw its own self-power from, rather than getting it through the phantom power. I'm sure you could design it that you could pass it along as well, but I think that might be difficult. Yeah, there was a typo in it where we had a line swapped from the other diagram. So I'm going to see if I can find out I can find out which way that is. And so let me grab a breadboard. We're going to do this up on the breadboard first, and then think about a way of actually just to test the pairs to make sure that those sound okay. And then I think we'll see if we can clean up this board into a more, or make a board a bit more pleasant to look at. All right, where am I looking here? So many parts and things. Oh, did I even bring the right board for this? Or the right boxes? Ah, here we go. This'll do. Ka-chunka. Okay, and where's my circuit diagram? Very curious because I have a bunch of garage sale Sony ECM220 condenser mics, and they do take a AA battery, but they only have 2-wire cable instead of 3. Ooh. Yeah, Nigo, okay, I think you might be looking for a different and much easier solution there as well. That said as well, I wouldn't necessarily look at a JFET amp as the best option there as well, because I'm doing it just because I happen to find the JFETs and the simplicity of the circuit quite interesting. But I'm pretty certain there are other even easier options out there in terms of building a amplification circuit. Let's get a little bit of extra light there on the... Oh, no, that's right in shot. Can't have that. There we go. That should provide sufficient lampage. Yeah, as long as the mics don't need phantom power, this should work, because this is going to suck the phantom power out. That said, where is he? ECM 220s. Oh yeah, these guys. They sure as heck look good. Yeah, I think you can get you can definitely get them with balanced connectors, but the 2-pin. I know, lots of options, lots of options. All right, so let me get out what I need. So I need my resistors. We need 22 and 68, which are brand new boxes. Oh my, we're going to be able to do 2 of these today based on the resistors I've picked up here. All right. So I've also taken the time to match the pair sets the way I think they're going to be best here, because we want these to be as close as possible, and to their God, I can't even remember what it was that we measured their outputs. Ooh, did someone find the possible schematic? I can tell you if you got it right, EWAC, or not. Yeah, that's exactly it. That is, in fact, exactly what we're looking at here. Okay. So, yeah, we want these to be within 5% of each other. So I'm thinking our best options are going to be the 975 and the 938s, the 747 and the 827, which is actually pretty close to just outside the range. We're going to go with the 168 and the 021, but let's start with the 1 and the 102, because I think that's going to be our best next pair. IDDS, or IDSS. Thank you, UWD, John. Like we say, ever forward, never learning, and I learn a few things, but not all of them. In this case, what I failed to learn is to bring a laser blade to the table, which is something else I'm going to need to just step away for a second. Whoop. Amazing how often you need a sharp object when you're doing any sort of maker work. I don't like using that phrase. Any type of work at all. Always have a blade with you. Goodbye. Oh, Twitchy. Twitchy is labeled as such because it was giving some Twitchy readings, and I'm actually going to chalk that up to the multimeter more than anything else, because I think that was a problem we were having. So let's cut out our one. Ow. Why am I doing this like this? Stop it, Ian. There we go. We'll take you, stick you in here. That way you don't go wandering off. And the 1002. And slicey. And lift. How's my multimeter behaving now? Ewok, much better now that I've put it back together properly. And also, I was hoping that I would be able to race the delivery, but I was not able to. I did some research and ended up, I can't remember who it was that reminded me that I should go back and watch more Marco Rep stuff. I'd completely forgotten that I'd subscribed to them way back in the day. And on their recommendation, I have purchased a set of Probe Master probes. So hopefully that will solve some problems in the future. Just putting together the soldering station. Where's my sponge? Not that I'm using the sponge much these days, but there's my sponge. And we'll find it, I guess, after the show. Oh, yes, that's the other thing that we're going to do today, which should hopefully be fun. Is I think we're going to finally have a soldering iron showdown between the Hako, which we know is a fantastic and reliable piece of equipment, and something new. We're gonna try out the Pine Soul from Pine 64. It's their new RISC-V based USB soldering iron that accepts quick charge, power delivery, and importantly also has a big ol' barrel connection in the back end for portable soldering. Good evening, Texan Reverend. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. What was my soldering iron before the Hako Draconite? It was a combination of a Princess Auto special station and a, I want to say, the Miniware TS80, which I eventually found out was I just got a bum board, which is why I needed to constantly be rebooting it. So other soldering irons are available. Right, let's have a look at our breadboard here then. So, just going to stick these down at the bottom here for the moment while we work our way. You know, let's work our way from left to right. So we're going to have A and E will be our 2 pins. How about? And then C can be our center position. That sounds good to me. All right, let's break into some resistors. Texan, we are making the inline powered by Phantom Power again. We're just making some more of the same from last time. But for some reason I thought it must have been a TS80. Yes, yes. Dragonite, that's interesting to say. I'm a little bit surprised to hear that it's lower in quality than the TS100 TS80. The TS I like the TS80, but if I were to buy it again from anywhere, I'd go with the TS100, just because it's got more options. The nice thing is that the firmware, the third-party firmware that runs on the TS80s and TS100s is the same. They do builds as well for these Pine Sol boards as well, which is nice. Okay, right. So I'm gonna need some pins as well here, because I want to do this pin style. Where are my pins at? They're in here. So we're gonna go with a 3 and a 3. We're definitely gonna use the side mount ones. Give them the old Christian side plug. Okay. And yeah, A, B, C. Always be connecting. Oh, I don't know, is that not gonna... Is that not... No! It does not connect in there. So we'll just have to use those on the... Did I get the right size? Okay, good. At least we can solder this to the board and make that nice and clean. So we'll need those later. But for now, pin-wise, I guess we'll just jam pins in there. Okay, that said then. So it looks like it goes from the white is pin. I just need to remember to do this too. Oh boy, we're going to be back into the multimeter. Let's check continuities. It seems... There we go. We can work with that. Let me know what you think about this camera angle too, folks, because it's something I'm keen on making better. Pin 2 is red. Okay, pin 2 is red. So let's just mark that down there. Wait, that's out. Yeah, that's fine. Pin 2 is always red. Okay. Red and white and pin 3. Output pin 3. Let's just double check this here. If this goes well, is the next one a transformer buffered 12AX7 tube amp with phantom power? Wouldn't say no to a fun build like that, but I'm going to say no to it right now, just because I think it's unlikely to happen tonight. Okay, yeah. That is, again, pin 2 is red, so pin 3 is that white? It is white! Hurrah! We've discovered our pins. Discover your pins, students. Okay, let's get that off there. Cap that pen up. Oh! Have a good dinner, Dragonite. Ow! Black lager from Phillips tonight. It's malty and delicious. It's part of their One and Done series, which are experimental brews that they're doing. And it's they take the malt and and the oats out of the initial the initial sparging, and then roast it past boiling to get it all caramelized and mired reaction, and then they dump it back in for the full on sparge. It's toasty. I'm enjoying it. Right. So, input. Pin 3. Wait a minute. Pin 3 is white, red. Let's flip this around so that we're also looking at it in the same direction as the circuit. Okay, so in that case, it looks like red comes in and goes to the gate on the transistor, and let's make sure that's right. So gate is the center pin, that's normal. And then our dump is our left hand pin right now. And that appears to go to the out of pin 2. So that's where these are reversed, is the S's and the D's. That's what I wanted to make sure of. I'll double check that again. So red comes in. That's red comes in, goes to the gate, and then the left pin. Wait a minute. Red comes in, gate, goes out to red. Is this correct? I guess it is. Then what have I done here? Okay, well let's just have a look here. Yeah, that goes in there. So our signal pin, or our source pin rather, on this one. Okay, let's have a look at this one then. The white, just for fun. White comes in from the in hole, goes to the gate pin, then our dump pin goes out to white. Did we wire this correctly? This seems incorrect, doesn't it? Okay, well, I mean, let's wire it up, because that's why we got this thing, right? Okay, so the white comes in. Pin 3 and pin 2. Pin 1, white comes in. It goes and connects with a Actually, you know what we're going to do is we're going to make this easy on ourselves, and we're going to call that we're going to run this one on A. We're going to run this one on E. And we're going to run ground on C. Iris, yes. Maricat was mentioning that there is a Type 1 original schematic that found a label. Yeah. And that was, I remember, it was a flip on these things, not on the pins, I believe. So I'm trying to remember which... It looks like we've actually wired this completely incorrectly. Let me just double check that other image to see if that's also incorrect. Yeah, no, there's crossover. There's definite crossover, and I think there's supposed to be too. But we'll just, you know, we're going to find out by doing, because that's what the show is about. So, in any, and then that goes to the gate. So center pin the gate. But it also branches off and goes the 22K resistors, which are the ones with no black. So not this one, 22K resistors. Let's bend those guys over. Okay, so we go from A to ground. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. It's matched pairs. Right? Right. Okay, those both connect to the center. Let's move those down actually as well so that we have room to work. I don't work with a breadboard much, but I've been enjoying it as I learn more and more. 22K would be red, orange, orange. Hey, look who's correct there. Red, orange, orange. Okie dokie. And so that's going to be ground. And then we're going to go... I think I might be misunderstanding how circuits work too. But that's okay. I think we've got stuff to work with. So actually that's going to be, we're going to output on B and D. There we go. And ground will continue to be C. What's he up to, M4? Chris? I am currently figuring out how to work a breadboard. But that said, we're still in the process of building preamplifiers for people. Okay. So let's assume that it is that these are flipped off the bat. Gate comes in on A, and then the dump which is the left one, goes to the center. Oh ho ho! Hey, look at that. So I think that's how we do it. And let's do that with the other one. Let's move that slightly forward. We'll be able to hear pretty quickly once we get this in. Okay. Oh wait. No, I don't think I'm doing this correctly. The Solder Horses Club. All right. Let's do one side at a time here. So that was correct. So in to resistor, goes down to ground. Great. Then we go to pass the resistor on the same line to the gate that goes in. No, we're still okay. Great. S is on the right. Good. Oop. So that's exactly, yeah, I actually had it exactly where it needed to be. Boom. Because, no. We need one more width there. So, let's think about this again. So A comes in and goes to, I'm gonna go E for ground now. Okay. And then this continues on the way it's going, except that the dump, the S side, because these are flipped, the S and the D. So we're going to then, off the S, we'll go to a ground, the S, which is now the D. So it's still B, that's good. And then this goes from the ground, or the dump side, to the ground as well. The D goes to ground, okay. Great. And then S continues. Oh, I think I got that backwards again. Well, it's an easy fix. It's just one pin over, right? Right. And then B becomes our output pin, because B is the D, and those are reversed. Okay. I think you're misconceptualizing the directions the pins connect. Oh no, am I? No, I think I am. I think I just... Yep. I need to rotate everything by 90 degrees. Whoop. All right, well, let's change my mind. Let's try this again. So left to right is a connected row. Okay. In that case, take another drink in. So we're going to need 5 things there. So scratch these out and rethink everything. Input pins. We need 3 input pins. One and 2. Let's just go with 1, 2, 3, right? Yeah. 2 and 3. So, in's coming in off of 1, and it's going to a different place that's called... let's put that on row 10. Or row 5, just because I'm feeling saucy. So row 5, there we go. Row 5 then comes in off the gate. And then 6 and 7 from there. So we're looking then at, let's flip this around just so I can see it. And let's just cross these out. It's D and S. S and D. Okay. And we're looking at, what are we looking at here? 22 resistor goes to A, but that also bridges off to ground. It's off the main. Nope, we'd have to take that off the same input. Ian knows what he's doing, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. Never once have I known what I'm doing. 5 is now ground. Don't even worry about this, Ian. They label columns, just not all of them. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay. So that is that. That goes into there. Our dump stat is... Our D is E. Or, yeah, our D is on E. So that means that that just goes out to pin 2, which is red. You know what? Let's make this easier on myself by connecting some outputs, shall we? Yeah, this is what we want. Do I have the color that I want? There we go. I want correct colors for what we're doing here. So we'll need to just separate this. DuPont connectors, your friend and mine. Red, white, and black are the colors that we'll be working with today. So for inputs, we've got, this is our white board. That's going to be white coming out there on input 1. And we're going to want another set of those, aren't we? Yes, we are. So let's burn it off at the red, and boom, red, white, and black. And so that means, oh, drain is not dump. Thank you, Beauty John. I'm going to still keep calling it dump, though, because yes, it is funnier in my mind. Right, and that's going to come out on this side, just because I'm always wondered if this is the case, or I get easily confused, or any number of reasons, just because we're going to do continuity test. Okay, does that have to be all the way over there? Yes, it does not jump. Okay, good to know. Jumpers don't jump the bar. So that comes out like that. So that is the D side. That's that side. That's just going to exit on out there. In and out. Okay, and then the S side goes off of... just goes off to a ground. So let's send the ground somewhere. Nice. That's on pin 3. We're going to send ground over to... oh, pin 5, which is handy. Yep, that's good. Okay. So that's one side put together there with ins and outs. So now we just need to do the other side with resistors and whatnot. And then we can actually start listening to this thing and seeing if it works. Alrighty then. So, coming in, and you know what, we're just going to, black is our ground. And ground is on 5. I have enough pins and empty slots. This is good. Okay, and I guess what we'll do now is we will do the same thing with the other side. So coming in, we're going to have an input at 10. And it's going to go to a resistor, which will also send it back to 5. Oof, maybe I should actually use the ground rail as the ground for this, just because that makes the most sense. Go all the way over here. Haha, take that. You too. B. Go all the way over to ground. Ooh, that might not... That might not fit there. But if we do it over that side... Haha. Doop. And now it's going to work for us. Doop. Common grounds for everyone. Have a good time, Major Chris. Hope your D&D works correctly. Oh, hey, Draconite, thank you. That might be super handy just for me. Yes, that's what I thought. But I'd never gone ahead and read anything about it or confirmed my my suspicions. So I'm literally the worst scientist. Literally the worst scientist. Get out of here. Ah, Red, you get to stay, but you're still back on 10. Okay, so that goes 10. Send that to the ground. Happy birthday to it, because, you know, we gotta be nice to the ground. Then we're looking at our transistor, which goes in on that pin with the G, S, to that pin. Perfect. Okay, so our D then goes directly to our output, which is on the next pin over. That just gets right going. Okay, so these are our outs. These are our ins. And our second resistor, the smaller friend, goes off of our source line and into the ground dimension. Okay, that seems correct. Correct? Yeah, this seems good to me. Okay, so let's get some DuPont connectors on the ends of our XLR cable, shall we? Oh, Dark Morphin, I don't get that either. That's just called being that's called flexing in my book. All right, we're gonna keep the circuit as is, and maybe yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, this is entirely doable here. Where do I want to trim? Where do I want to trim? Let's see. I want to trim. You know what? Let's just cut it right there. Boop. Yes, we had one working, and now we don't. Because I believe in myself. All right, let's take it about there. Seems like a decent amount to work with. And right, I forgot how just unpleasant this can be to work with sometimes. But it should be easier this time. All right, let's twist that up a bit. Now, here's the question. Do you think I can get a set of 3 DuPont connectors on first time? I'm skeptical, but we have evidence from last time that it is possible. Remember, we're looking for female connectors this time, or input connectors, receiving connectors. That's the word we want to use, I believe. And I think, we're going to give it a 3-up. I don't get to use enough of these 3-ups. All right, where's my crimping tool? Where's my crimping tool? I know where my wife is. I need my crimping tool. Ah. I also need my stripping tool. Please don't tell my wife about my stripping tool. I'm not the worst scientist. The worst scientist is Thomas Midgley Jr. He's responsible for leaded gasoline and Freon, and invented a pulley system for hospital bed patients to be able to sit themselves up so they ultimately got entangled themselves while using and choked to death. God damn it. I mean, Freon's really good at what it does. It just so happens to be that one of the things it does is less desirable than just chilling things. Okay, and I don't need to trim that one because it's already trimmed. What I will end up doing is probably rewrapping those. Okay, let's hope these fit. It's looking good so far. I don't know why he said that with absolutely no reason. Cool. That definitely didn't do what it was supposed to. Or anything. Great. We're going to do another one of those, which means I need one, which means I prematurely packed those up. Yeah, I mean, the unfortunate thing is that leaded gasoline is still effective at what it does. It's just a shame that we still need to use it. Like, as a person who drives a car with that had a catalytic converter and engine control module and fuel injection added to itself way after the fact, engine knocking's a real thing in old cars. Okay, go in the hole. Ah, the hell. Ah, the joy of crimping. The joy of crimping is that you don't always have to be crimping. Even though it says ABC, you can just ignore that, just that once. Okay, I think if I remember correctly, the easiest way to do this was to get it in there partially. Then shove the thing in and hope you have the right amount. And then click it closed and hope and pray, and you got it. I think I got it. Oh, I think I got it. Oh, I think I got it. I don't think I got it when there's nothing involved, y'all. Let's just try shoving a pin in and see if that works. Nope. Nope, I definitely did not do that one correctly. Okay, well, trim and try again. If at first you don't succeed, do it several times. When was the last time I crimped my own Cat 6 keystone? I believe that was actually when we were wiring up. No, I didn't even do Cat 6 for the current moon base. I was in charge of crimping the BNC connectors for the cameras. That was fun. Crimping coax is rad. Okay, so I think, yep, I didn't go far enough forward in the crimp tool. You got to push it all the way to the edge until it won't go forward anymore. And then hold it. Hold it. Okay, the added light really helps, I gotta say. This is something I gotta remember for next time. And that one looks like it might work. Let's again check the end piece. It receives properly, so that's important. That's all we need. Reception. Okay. Now, you know what? Let's see if I can just... There we go. That'll be more in view. So, we're going to get our connector in there. Close it up just a bit. Yank it forward until it no longer goes forward. Jam the thing into the hole. Hopefully not too far. In fact, just a bit. And then turn it over and have a look. It seems to be correct. Let's hope that there's enough in there for a connection. In fact, there we go. That goes in. Nice, nice. Now to do the same thing with the braided end. This is going incredibly well. I can't believe it. Come on. There we go. Got one last one. Okay. Burn this into your memory, Ian. Preload your crimper. Yank. Second click. Assemble insert. It's a joke for all you old school otaku out there. It's not even a joke. It's the name of a OVA, and not even a very good one for that matter. Okay, I'm just going to trim this so that it's even with the other pieces too. Okay. Twist off a bit more so this gets in there. And then titularly get it in there. Oh no. Are you too thick, wire? Or are you just being difficult? Just being difficult. Okay. Whoa. That one was less pretty, but it did the job. Okay. Let's get these into a connector. What do we like? Pins 1, 2, 3. Well, ground red, white. Ground red, white it is! So we got the little key indicator there for, so you might be able to see, there it is. That will indicate that it is an indicatable one. Come on, get in there. Now the fun of pushing these in and remembering which way they go. Maybe a little bit extra wire in there, which is a problem. Okay, let's push. We'll just use the end of our probe to gently guide it along. And by gently, I mean kind of just jam it in. There we go. Now let's just check our continuity. Oh, yeah, that clicks nice. Nice click. I guess the other two we can hopefully maneuver in together, maybe? I don't know. Let's try. You know what? I'm going to do it one at a time. Yep. We're definitely going to want to get some electrical tape on that that bare ground wire, though, because that's... Oh, come on. Get in, you monster.
Hey, Ian.
Yes, Corey?
Did you take my microphone cable?
Yes, I did, Corey. Do you need that back?
I do need more or less that back, or a different one?
Well, I haven't destroyed your microphone cable, so you can have your
Thank you.
back.
Thank you.
We don't have enough XLR cables in the house. Okay. We can use the pins to force. Or not. You know what? I'm just going to give this a wee bit of a, not a crimp, a push. There we go. Now we're getting in there. Urgh. Oh, come on. Jam from the back, Samurai Jack. Jam from the back. Jack. I haven't watched... Should I watch Samurai Jack? It's a long time ago now, but... Is it still good? Does it hold up? I think that's in there. Good. Ballistic Meatball says it does. Does says it does. I should absolutely watch it, says the Gaming Award. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Nigawiki, most people have everything they need from the moon base at this point, I think, for the most part. Okay, just need to use the nippers to push that closed just a bit more. The wrong tool for the wrong job. That's my motto. Oh ho ho. Oh, almost there. I think I should be using needle nose pliers for this, technically. Oh, come on. You can see that, oops, sorry. Two of them are good, and the last one's just a bit out there. Get in your hole, sir. No, did I? Don't tell me I bent things wrong. Oh no. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to do this again. Okay, let's see if we can pull it out and fix it, or if we're just hosed. I mean, it's nicely latched. That's something. Okay, I need to go grab a toothpick or two. Whew. Cool! I also need to open the window a bit, because it's extremely warm around these lights. Okay. Let's have a better look at this here. So what we're trying to do is get this one out. So I'm just going to add a little bit of lift there, and then that slides out. Good, good, good. Okay. So we're not so bad. It's completely ruined. We just need to get that down, flatten it a bit. Good, good. That's back in where it needs to be. Yeah, I don't know about this this camera angle here. Okay. Yep. How does that look? So guess we just need to get it in straight is the key. Okay, that's in there. Then the base is the problem. Ha! The base is bent. That's why. There we go. That's much straighter now. That will probably have a much easier time getting into the hole, which is... And then if we just round out the edges here a bit, giving it a little squeeze with the nippers, my garbage nippers. And then just slide it in. Just slide it in. Just slide it in. Okay, push. I'll be right back with some needle nose pliers. Because that's going to make things easier on me. 1 second, I'm going to mute myself. Hey, folks! Ow. Always make sure to hit your chair with your knee as hard as possible. Hey, how's our time doing? 6:12, eh? Oh, look at that. Use the right tool and you get it right in there. First time, every time. Okay. Wow, that's good. That's really clean. Why didn't I do that before? Let's make sure that everything is also properly connected all the way through. Yes, here we go. Whew. All right, so 2 and this one. Nope. This one. Yep. 2 or 3 is red. 3 is white. 3 is white. 3 is white, and 3 is white is correct. Red is going to be pin number. White is 3. Red is 2. 1 is ground. Come on, ground. Come on down to ground town. We got everything you need, including a nice quick path for your electrons to just end up right there in the earth where they belong. All right. All right, that means we got another one we got to do here. Let's do the other side. Shall we? Dang. I'm going to take off just a bit more this time. So last time we took off about that much, about an inch. Let's take off about a, yeah, 1.5 inches or so. Just a little bit extra to work with. Okay, kind of gum the edges with the nippers, because they are very dull, probably because I keep doing small bends with them. And then we have a nice little sip of beer, because we deserve it. Okay. Let's Let's see if we can get this hair in the right place. Come on over. Now let's get you all nicely twisted. Let's jokerize the ground cable. Twisted. And we'll clip off the whole strain relief string. That is the most, I want to say, this is almost platonic string. When I think about string, this is what each individual strand is what I think string looks like. Slightly brownish gray and blech. Okay, let's keep things a similar length for ease of plugging. Okay, and let's see if we can no-scope 3 more of these DuPont connectors. Because if we can, that'll make me very happy. There's 1. There's 2. There are 3 of our good friends. Okay, stripping in cable. Stripping cable. Saturday Night Live would have been a very different place if there were more nerds involved. Okay, so remembering how to do this properly, we place our friend inside the connector. We bring it down. Just a bit of pressure. We pull it out till it cannot go out any further. We then place our chosen wire into the hole. That seems like it's not far enough out. Yes, haha. See, we need to have at least that much out. Into a hospital that doesn't have string? Oh my god, Coreflux. Anyway, thank you for bringing up one of my favorite sketches. It's not just string, you can do anything. It's waterproof. No, it isn't. It's water resistant then. No, it's absorbent. It's super absorbent string. Okay, this is not going as well as the previous version. Oh, wait, here we go. Too far out. Just far enough. Crimp. That's a good-looking crimp, my friend. All right. Second, actually, no, I gotta show that off. This is how they should be. Well, maybe they should be a bit rounder down in the end there. But again, we can now actually, now we've got the needle noses out, we can give that a bit of a rounding. Ah! Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Nothing too fancy. There we go. That rounds it out just a bit on the back end. But yeah, you can see here how the crimped part grabs just the wire, and then you've got down here the little fingers which grip the wire, or the insulation. That's what we call it, because it insulates. Okay, that's enough. Send it down the hole. Nope. Gotta keep it really straight. You know what? It occurs to me I might be much better at this all if I wasn't trying to do it on camera in addition. There we go. Zoom out just a bit. Okay. Try again. Trying it again up here, where I can see it a bit better. There we go. You just need to really maneuver it into the right place. But once you do, you get results. Eh? Yeah. Okay, one more to do, and then we're sticking these into a terminal block. Excited. This one looks like it might have some damage on the on one of the wings. Should be fine, but we can always do it again if we need to. But let's get that in there. That's as far forward as it's going to get. And this is the easy one. This just goes brains. Pull it out a bit. Crimp it down. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, we've started to actually get good, which is dangerous. But honestly, I really do love these terminal blocks. They make me happy because things end up looking so much cleaner inside your finished projects when you've encased all of your terrible work in someone else's finishings. Oh, come on, just a bit farther forward. Okay, maybe I can jam it in with a toothpick. Grab a toothpick set. Okay. Actually, I think that just might be in there as far as it needs to be, but because it's definitely caught, it's not proud, so we're good. I think we're good. Then we're looking at a red middle, white on the side. Just the way I like my fries. Just to say, filled with ketchup and a side of mayonnaise. This is all, in fact, a lie, because Ian doesn't even like putting ketchup on his fries. Oh, did you see how that one just slid in there? Here, can we do it again? Oh, no. Ah! Okay, this one's just a bit... Yeah, just a bit wonky, so we're going to give it a bit of a correction. Whoop! Too much. Okay, and then we're going to slide her in. And that just clicks right in like that. Let's check our continuities, folks, because it's a good time for that. All right, let's do it with a pin too, because that way we know that we're making pin-based connections. That one seems fine. Connect to you. Okay. And which one are you? You're the bottom one, right? You're bottom. Bottom is ground. Urgh. Everything's wrong now. Pin in ground hole. Okay, and let's hold that there. Hold that there. And then just touch. Okay, pin 1's good. I mean, ground's good. Pin 2 is... I mean, by not pin 2, I mean... actually, I do mean pin 2, yes. Pin 2 is good, and that means that pin 3... Wow, that was a interesting choice pronunciation there. Pin 3? Yes, 3 is correct. Pin 3 We're good. Okay, now we can use this this particular cable for other things too. Less soldering, more connectors. Speaking of which, there's going to be more Tinker Tailor Solder Fry in just a few minutes. Now we got to take a break because it's been an hour and a half. Don't go away. More, actually there will be some actual soldering and electronic connection of amplification after this. Don't go away. Ah, that's me. No, I mean, I'm going to go away, but not like this. I'm back. And now I'm gone. Hey folks, welcome back to Tinker Tailor Solder Fry here on the Mighty Load and Ready Run Video Entertainment Network. My name is Ian Horner, and we are currently in the process of putting together a second JFET, that's the word. Second JFET-based microphone amplifier for dynamic microphones, and we're about to test our microphone out with, or rather our amplifier, with these new cables we just made here. Look at this! We can now connect things. So, if I remember correctly, this was our output, because that's an output. So, if I remember correctly, output was this side. This side. Now, where did the ground? Well, the ground goes to ground, right? Did I? Did I do this correctly? I believe that I did. So why is that placed there? Oh yeah, so we're just using ground as ground. So the black needs to these just need to be on anywhere on the ground rail. Coolio. All right, well, let's get our ins to our in and our outs to our out. This is our out, and this is our out as well, because they come off the D side. So let's go with ground to ground. And why did that happen? Did you not connect the ground properly? I hope you did. And then white to white and red to red, I guess. There. And one there. Let's just check our continuity on our grounds here, just to be doubly sure. Let's treat it off the pin. And where is my other probe? I'll just... Yeah, whoopsie. Pin, and off the pin. Touch it. Touch the metal. Okay. Something's gone horribly wrong with this particular pin. This ground pin, so we may need to recrimp that, which is unfortunate, but thankfully not a deal breaker. Now, why are you not accepting pins in a pleasant manner? Is it just that you need your No, you're fine that way. You just weren't in there all the way? Is that it? Okay, and then we just need to, I guess, push it in with a toothpick. Hopefully that's enough. Come on. Okay, that's not... That's... This is really annoying. I think I might need to actually get an actual needle for that. Because it gets that far, and then kind of just peters out. I think it needs to go a bit farther in order to make a proper connection, because the other two are just rock solid. Hold up. I will also be right back as I need to get another tool. Okay. Mute. All right. Pin achieved. Very tiny. There we are. And hopefully that can make its way through the noise and just jam it in. Yee. Ow. How am I so bad at this? Come on. So I don't want to have to recrimp this, but ooh, is that enough? Did that get far enough in there? Or did I just succeed in nothing? Well, that feels like it got in there now, finally. Perfect. Hopefully. Let's find out. Ah, okay. It feels like it kind of jams up. Let's make sure that everything is, like I said, though, connected. And that the writing is on the wall, because if your mind's neglected... God, I make that joke every week, don't I? Or every 2 weeks, don't I? Much better. Okay, and then the red goes to the perfect. And the white is going to the perfect. Okay, that's good. Now we just need to do the input side. And hopefully this will result in a functioning microphone. Hey, plug ground into ground, you dolt. Okay, and white goes to white. Red goes to red. Ground goes to ground. Alrighty. Let's hook this up to a mic and see what happens, shall we? Where did I put that mic? Aha, down here. Okay. So we'll get the back into the back of the mic. Let's make sure the phantom power is still turned on. Phantom power is on. So go to, channel 1 is muted. That's what we want. Let's get my headphones so that I can hear, and so that we can all experience the RIP headphone should that should that be required. Although I think everything's set nicely. Okay. Both sides are plugged in. I guess all that needs... No, not both sides are plugged in. We still need to find... Where is my other side of the XLR cable? Ah, underneath the microphone. All right, let's plug that into connection point uno. All right, let's see what happens when Ian turns off the mic and turns on the new one. Off. Hello. Friends, that's... Again, we're back at 70 volume, and what are we looking at here? 30 input level. That's so good. Okay, so this is functioning as intended. And it amplifies. And it amplifies in a clean manner. So we've got circuit is correct as written on my corrected version. So now it's a matter of just figuring out what we want to do with regards to a circuit diagram on some bready-board. So let's grab that out and let's start putting something together there. Where am I with regards to that? Turn off the mic, Ian. Come back to us. There we go. Okay. I'm excited. We are doing good work here, folks. Microphone over there. Put the mic package back there. Let's unhook our terminals from our cable. And let's get out some board. Where did I put that? There you are. So let's think about how this is going to actually look. We've got this copper breadboard here. Again, much like these breadboards, you got the rows of copper and then a single row going straight down the middle. Not even a row, actually. Those are just single dots. So we can really do some interesting stuff with that. I'm thinking of having an afternoon nap. Where did I put my pen? Man, I should really make a lot more money so that I can afford a proper lab that I can just leave in a lab setup. Okay. So what do we want to do here? I think we're going to need 3 panels anyway. Why don't we just lay it out with those installed? So we'll have 3 rails there. That's going to be your in and your out. And how is that going to then work? Let's see here. So we've got our resistors, because we're going to use all of them today anyway, it looks like. Quite probably. Okay, so if you consider ground to be the far end, and then if we're looking at ground, red, white, and then ground, red, white, let's do that. So we've got ground, and then red, and then white, and ground, red, white. So that would mean that we're coming, let's say, going from left to right, we've got in and out. Okay. So the in on the red goes to a resistor, which then goes to straight to ground. And And that's our 22K resistor, which is all our reds. Yes, because the 68 comes afterwards. So if that goes there, and then bops over to let's say it goes there and then bops over to ground town. Up 3. That's pretty tight. Let's see if we do it that way. And then the white's going to do the same thing. I don't know if we want to put some more wires on the board itself. Like we did this once before. Let's have a look at our old circuit. Let's see how that looks. So let's get the black goo out of the way there. So this is how we did it before. Three rails that way. Because we can, if I recall, just scrape through the copper with a strong blade, and that'll cut the circuit. So we can break this up into interesting things. Third row is white, not red. Ground red white. Ground red white. No, they're still there. Oh, I might be thinking a little farther back in my thoughts though. Okay. So let's get this on here. If the G comes through, no. Thoughts and feelings on this. So these two go to ground, those two go to ground. So I think, yeah, we're best off once again. Doing it that way? No, it doesn't make... I mean, we could jump things to a 2 pins out, which probably makes the most sense, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, so let's just copy this layout, and then we can work it out from there. I think that's going to make us the happiest anyway, in the long run. Okay, so we got our 3 friends here. Where is it going to place them? Right along this edge. Oh, right up to the edge. So use all our space. Okay. And then we're going to have a... out of our gate, which is the center, is, or rather, going from ground to gate. Yes. 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 So if we do this... No, that's not going to work for me. I'm trying to think this out loud while I put things in. Okay. So that means that our D... Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, that goes to ground like this. Ooh, ooh, there we go. That's going to be nice and smooth. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Oh, would you look at that? That's a pretty one. And then the other one, except that's the wrong resistor. That needs to go up here, which is fine. There we go. And then our red one goes, same idea, runs to ground along the center channel. Let's straighten out that leg a bit there. Make it look nice. Let's make this pretty. All right. Pull it through. Let's bend these over. Bend these over. Bend these over. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, that's looking good. Do we want to get them in there right now? I think I kind of do want to solder these in place. ATM. We might as well, yeah. Let's do this one with our Hacko and see how that goes. So we might not be, oof. We might just get one done tonight, and I'll do the other one after the stream. Where is my solder? It is in the soldering drawer. So let's get out our solder. Let's get out our flux. And let's get ready to place heat onto components. Okay, let's just rejigger our setup here. Hey, is that where I'm comfortable? Nope, I want to. Okay, wait. Now we're where we need to be. There we go. And then maybe we can lock our... There we go. That looks good. So we have our clean tip, which we just cleaned for no reason, so we'll just put some solder back on there. Stick it back. Okay, where is my flux? Ooh, gonna have to fill up this flux nail brush soon. Okay. And let's add some heat and metal. That's what everyone loves. Get hot. Apply solder. Remove solder. Oh man, I wonder if I can use this like a microscope. Let's move this over here. Yeah, there we go. Hold on, I'm just going to use the my crimper as a hold down tool. There we go. Now I can get my hands in there properly. Okay. Touch. I remember touch. Good. And it's okay bridging those two sides there because they're part of the same circuit. There. A little bit of there. Good. And you too, as well. Get good and hot and connected. You can all be friends. There we go. I'm going to say that's good enough. Unlike the way I've set up the gold foil in this Echo holder, though. I'm not a fan. Okay. Let's put that back in there. All right. How does that look? Ugly as sin, but things seem to be attached correctly. We're going to have to, we are going to have to get in there with a more solder later on, and specifically this section here. It's going to need to get bridged. So that'll be next up. But that said, we're making good headway. So let's clip off some more excesses here and feel good about ourselves. Okay. Not half bad. Not half bad. Just want to double check to make sure there's no bridging between those two edges, and it looks good to me. Safe. Okay. Let's zoom out. And let's work on getting the other side set up in a similar fashion. So, pull these out. And then we're going to, you know what? Just mirror it the full way. So it's exactly the same on the other side. Get that final pin leg in there. Ooh, don't do it that close to the edge because you want your pins available. Ins and outs. Actually, there's no reason to do that on a second side. We really should just be doing this on the same side. TBH. Because then we can bridge things over as we want them. All right, let's bend that. And this one. Okay, give a bit of an out. And then once again, black stripe on top, go to ground, through holes, perfect. Same thing here. Through holes. God, that's clean. I like that. Am I making a mistake here that I can't see further on? So they come out of the D side. And the D side is the left side. Okay, no, we're fine. We are absolutely fine here. I mean, actually, you know what we could do here, just for fun, is if we flipped it around. No, let's not get crazy. We'll just add some jumper wires later on, and that will be how we connect things up nice and cleanly in there. This is now Giri Rai Go Ro. I don't even know anymore where we're at with that. But let's solder. Let's get things hot. Hot times in the city. Something else and looking pretty. Yep. Whoop, whoop. Okay, and then we just want to slightly brighten that. Yes, there we go. You'll love to see it. Yep. All right, everything's still hot because soldering irons are great now. Flux. Forgot to flux it up. Just paint it. Hate your brushes. Oh, there we go. That's some good flux. Okay. Become. Oh, wait. Let's get our weight back on there. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Now I can use both hands to their full extent of the law. Huh. Make sure you're heating the pad you think you are. Oh my God! Go on the pad. There we go. Whew. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm just curious as to what's going on the other side here right now. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Good. Okay. Let's flip these around here just for ease of access. For my sake, still use the same holding technology. Here we go. Wow. Why am I so bad at soldering today? That's a bridge. That's what you don't want. And we're going to have to clean that up. Maybe I can just rake it. Nah, best get some... Damn it! Best get some braid on there. That's too much braid. I can no longer... There we go, retracting the braid. Whew. Okay. Let's just get that in there. Soak it up, senpai. Looking good. Looking much better. Okay, let's see if we can't now actually heat that component. That seems much better. Okay, now these ones. God. What is wrong with me today? Whew. Can't quite get a good solder going. Ooh, there we go. Maximum magnification. Okay. Down. That's how we want to do it? No, it's not. Okay, let's examine that board for sins. I mean, the board is covered in sins, but let's just examine it for shorts at least. That's a big fat short right there in between those two friends. Can you see that there? I'm pretty sure that's a short. Let's braid that out. Ugh. What a hot mess. What have I done? Let's try to rack it. Oh God, I have really not done a service here. That is terrible. Terrible work, Ian. You're gonna get yourself fired from your own job. Okay. What I need to do is actually get to the section where there's a bridge. Yeah, angle's a bit odd. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to see if we've got... It's hard to see. I think that's just full-on bridged all the way across. Let's see if we can very slowly drag out some solder here. I think we may have managed to make a path. Maybe. See if that... I don't think those two bridge normally, so let's just check some continuity there first between those two sides. Oh, thank God. We have no bridge. Yep, no bridge. We're good. Whew. Have we got joints on everything, though? I don't know that we do. No, that's jointed, that's jointed, that's jointed, that's jointed, that's joint-ish. Joint-ish is not jointed, so we got one more kind of. Need to be very careful with how much solder I add here. Solder. You know what? I'm going to come out right now and say it. I don't like soldering these kind of boards. They make me upset. Okay, that's not great, but it'll do. No one's going to look at that part. Chompy chompy. 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 Looks really good from this side, doesn't it? Okay, now we just need to, well, we need to bridge these areas. So let's do a bit of a hack here. And use one of our resistance bars, because why not? No, that's probably a bad idea, actually, is what that is. We'll just add some big old globs, and that'll do. And that'll do. Careful with the bridge, though. Don't bridge the center to the edges. Okay, there we go. Come on, you can let go. Almost got it. The bigger the blob, the better the job. I mean, if you got solder to spare like that, I mean, I suppose that's a good way of saying it. Oh, yeah. Look at that. So ugly, but also so conductive. Just to say, conductive enough. Okay. Stay frosty. Now, where are our outholes with regards to this kind of a slate kit? Our outholes are going to be well, should we make in-holes and out-holes on the other side here? Like this? Yeah, why not? That did not work at all. Don't do that. Do this. Okay, so ins are white and red, and they are coming into the gates. So yeah. So we do an in and... You know what, let's just do in and out on the same side of the thing here. Separated by a single set of pins. Let's get those on. And then we can go about adding some jumper wires to jump to where we need things to go. And then we'll be good. I think that's going to be the way I want it for those. So let's get them nice and fluxed. And then let's bring the solder over. So just need to get one or two, a couple tacked first, and then we can worry about getting the rest of them in. But I just want these ones on straight, because I like things to be on straight sometimes. I'll just use this to hold those down. Perfect. And now, now we connect. Good God, this is possibly the ugliest thing I've ever soldered in my life. Wow. Yeah, really? What happens if I go from the other side? Does this work out better? A little bit. It's not great, but it's working-esque. Okay, one last pin set. Or pin, rather, not even a set. Okay. That seems a little better. Stabby, stabby. Techty, techty. Okay. I think that looks... Let's zoom in. No bridges, but still pretty darn ugly. But again, very nice on the top. Okay, next we got to, oopsie. Where are we going next? We're connecting these up. So let's call this one our, let's call that our in. So if we connect these such that these three go like that, and then we can do a similar thing on the other side. Out. Okay, where's my wires? Tiny wires. We don't need much of them, but we will need a little bit of black. So red's gonna jumper from here to there. So we'll probably have about that much wire. Seems good. Sure. We can always trim the other side, right? Right. Good God. Good God. Okay, and then out holes are going to go in a similar direction. So let's give that there. Seems good. What's the other color? White. So we'll go with yellow for that. Yellow is, again, okay, so there to there. I mean, it's fair. And another one like that. Then we're going to do the same thing with black. Let's go, probably don't need nearly as much black, but you know, just for safety's sake. Okay. Good work, me. Go away, wire. Stripping is a thing we can do. So let's strip these ends for best connection. Pretty sure the idea of these boards is that you're supposed to avoid doing bodge wire, but hey, bodge wire. It's important because I get to see bodge wire, and that's what I wanted out of a good evening. Okay, where are we here? Red, white, and green of the, and again, let's double check here. Let's make sure. this is our output cord. We do not have anything connected to it. So input-wise, let's have a look at our diagrams again. Input comes in and goes to pin 1. So red and white are going to go to pins, this one. So let's see if we can get a, there. Those go to the gate. Yes, they go to the gate. Go to the gate. So this, that didn't work out nearly as well as I wanted it to. But I think I can tell based on what's going on over here. So let's see here. Again, let's get the wire out of the way. Right, so let's do our yellow first. Because our yellow goes to the other one. So it's going to go from here to there. Let's just, let's start by, let's make this easy on ourselves. How about? So first off, flux baby. Flux. And I guess flux. Put the flux brush back, grab the soldering iron, and let's lay down some dots. More dots. Big thick dots. Okay, and then another one over here. Good. Okay, then let's get our wires. So yellow is going to be here. I suppose we could probably flux those too, but I'm not going to bother. Let's get you zoomed in here so you can see all of my terrible, terrible ideas. And let's get that wire on there. Oh, heat that up. There we go. That's sticking. That is not bridging. Just want to make sure that we're not bridging. You know what? I'm actually going to double check that with the continuity just in case. Because I am always paranoid about my bridging. Good, good. Yes, no, no. All happy there. All right, and then that's going to go all the way up to you over here. So actually, I might just trim that a bit more now that I've got the got things the way I want it. Let's go there. And then strip that again. The stripper is loaded with silicone insulation. Nice. Okay, and then we'll just connect those two bits. See underneath my fingernail there. So yellow to white. I probably should have fluxed the wire too, come to think of it, but it may be unnecessary. It is in fact unnecessary. Okay, good. That's one. Next up, similar idea, but to red. Let's start at the other side here this time, and let's actually do that wire fluxing that we were talking about. Nice. Ew. This one I'm not going to trim. It's it seemed like it was worthwhile. It seems no longer worthwhile. Okay. Still see there. Maybe if I turn this, it would be easier to view. Hey, there we go. Anyone else just get the last bit of the Space Runaway Ideon theme song stuck in their head constantly? Because that's what I'm going through right now. You know what? I am going to trim this just because I want to be nice. Okay, go over here, soldering iron. Space Runaway Ideon. Ideon. Space Runaway Ideon. Ideon. Space Runaway. There should be solder's precision throwing red hot soldering. So there is such a thing as competitive soldering, and it usually involves like getting a breadboard with a lot of surface mount things on it. I've wanted to order a few of them for when we, but that was back before we could no longer be in the same place as other human beings. So hopefully once we get back to the office, I'd love to be able to learn some people how to do some soldering and maybe try some competitive soldering for fun. Is that a contact? That's a contact. I'd say that's... Yeah, that's definitely all soldered. All of it 100% coated in solder. Yup. Ain't nobody here but us solders. That's a joint. Or that's a bridge. Somebody call Kanan because I am bridging. Or bridgering. I don't know. We're going to workshop that one, folks. Okay, that looks to be good. Let's double check our continuities. Make sure we're not doing the things. Great, that's that. Okay, now what I need to do is find the outholes and mount the ground. So, outholes come from the D and D, which are the pins that do not go to resistors, which are here and here. Oh boy, oh boy. Just going to trim a bit more here because something's in the way. There we go. So we need to connect to here, and that needs to go to, I want to say, oh no. Okay, good, yeah. Ground down, and so I'm going to actually mark that too. Oh no, we don't need to mark that. We just need to make sure that these are placed upright in our positions, because that matches up. Good. Why are you not good? Better. There we go. Okay. So let's flip that over and start going. Yuck. How did I do that so badly? Oh well, we can make do with what we've got here. Just hold those down. And let's do what we did before. Just add solder. Just enough to do what we want. Push this one over a bit, actually, hopefully. Okay, I'm going to double check to make sure I haven't bridged anything I'm not supposed to. These cables are going to get so tangled, it's going to be great. Okay. That's an accidental bridge. Unless it's not actually. You know what? I'm just going to drag my razor through there. So it might just be enough to... If it is an errant piece of metal, keep that from happening. Let's see. Yep, it was just an errant piece of metal. We're good. We are now good on this lack of join. Okay, and then we need just one more piece down here. Get that in there. Okay. And then let's just very carefully, nope. Okay, that's good. Let's see if there's a bridge there. Nope, everything's good. Not going to bother with trimming these ones down because they are so small. Let's actually just extend those pads a bit there for purposes of happier days. And tin that too. Oops. I think I might have let that spill just a bit. That appears to be good by my books. Good enough. Oh. 60-week lead times for voltage regulators. Those sound terrible. Hey, Zebra Shark. Glad you managed to catch some of the show. Welcome. Okay. Hell. Guess who soldered the wrong wire? Good thing I didn't do a good job of it. I go. And you go here. Okay. Again, did I bridge? Super worried about that every time. Okay. Somehow managed to avoid a bridge there again. Somehow. Now we need red to red. Okay. Definitely fluxing this wire. I might actually just solder that farther down rather than attempt to Soldered in the middle there. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, that's one pad. Let's get the wire into it. Ugh, no. What I'm going to do is I'm actually just tin this wire in just a teensy bit too. I'm going to do the other side just in case that makes it easier on myself. Ow, that's a hot piece of wire on the other side. There we go. Okay, now this should be much easier to connect. There we go. That's gotcha. And that goes over here next to this piece. Okay, good work, me. Am I bridging anything? Survey says no there and no there. That's good. Ground's all that's left, folks. We're nice. We're nice. I'm nice. Hello. Okay, let's see how good we can bodge this. Can I? I mean, let's try and get in here first. Good God, what have I done? What monstrosity hath I created? Okay, good. And now, just touching there. Get your... Ah, big blobs, come on. Just a bit of melty. Doesn't be too much melty, just enough melty to connect. Come on. That's not enough melty. Wow. Flux the other side? Oh, geez. Too many strands. Okay, let's flux that other side, just in case I haven't yet, because I don't think I did. Let's hit that with the flux as well. Flux is really good at helping you out. Okay, and let's just... Tweezers, that'll help. Yes! There we go. God, I feel like there's just so much copper on this board that it's just taking everything away. all the heat is just flowing into everything else. Why can't I melt that piece? Okay, you know what? Let's tin this. And then let's go with that. Big blob. Big ol' blob of solder. Don't carry me too far away. Big ol' blob of solder. 'Cause it's there that I want you to stay. Good. You stayed there. Get more of the side of the tip involved? Okay, well, I'll give it a try. Thank you. Whoop. Okay, we got one more. Ooh, bridge check? Nah, I mean, yeah. Bridge check. No bridge. Last piece of wire for this particular thing. Let's get it prepared, tinned and fluxed, and fluxed again. Ugh, my hands are just disgusting right now. Just covered in flux. Whoop, there you are. This also helps me dexterously. Where did I put the soldering iron? I put the soldering iron back where it belongs, in the soldering iron holder. Basic human decency, do not worry. We've got huge windows open just 3 feet to my left, and because I am, of course, a middle-aged man, we have it opened up for purposes of getting a cross breeze. I love those cross breezes. So we've got a good amount of ventilation. That said, I am starting to notice a bit of a solder headache, so that tells me that it's just about time to take a break. And by break, I mean stop. There you go. Why haven't I been using these? Oscar, you sent these to me years ago, and I'm only just now learning. I mean, it is against what I guess the show is all about, but dang. Okay. And I think that's it. One more continuity check for purposes of continuity. And I think, yeah, no bridges there. No bridges there. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. 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 Horse flipping correct. Okay. Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited now because we are about to enter Endgame. Endgame being, of course, where we test this microphone. It's all plugged in. There's nothing more to do. Phantom power's on. The mic is now plugged in. Where's my headphones? Let's plug in my headphones. Let's find out if we won at soldering today, because that's sure would love to do that. Okay, let's point the microphone towards me, and let's get the thing on screen. Okay, removing microphone number 1. I mean number 2. It's loud! Hey folks, we're here! And again, like I said, we're down at, we're looking at 70 volume, but 30 on the gain. Look at that! how are we so good at this? I mean, how are we so good at this? We lucked out and found a 10-pack of Toshiba JFETs. Well, dang, that's great. We now have, for me at least, project-wise, we got 2 working amps. I'm just going to need to put some connectors on the other one. And if I don't fudge with this at all, we can at least I can use this to test the other JFETs to see if they all work out the way they're supposed to in the circuit as she is built. So, heck yeah! I'm excited. I'm going to turn that microphone off so I can go back to here and thank you for your generous support today, hanging out with me while we go through these Let's Tries. I'm sorry. I'm really. It's kind of bodge wiry, but at least on that side, this is nice. You could almost fit this inside of an XLR plug itself with a bit of change, and maybe not using this particular kind of perf board. We'd have a pretty good chance of fitting this inside of an inline XLR cable. But not that that's a surprise. You can buy them that way. But we did it ourselves, and that's what's important. So yeah, thank you for joining me for this particular episode of Tinker Tailor Solder Fry. There are many ways you can support us here at loadingreadyrun.com. In fact, you can go to the website, loadingreadyrun.com, and check out our schedule at loadingreadyrun.com/live. Find out what's happening next. I think what's happening next is a betrayal at Krondor at some point. I don't know. Let me just check that. Let's do it right here. At twitch.tv/ no, that's Twitch. loadingreadyruns.com/live. Up next is going to be Play It Forward. Yeah, tonight. Beej is going to be back in Krondor, waiting for a betrayal. Prime Beej content right there, if you ask me. But while you're at loadingreadyrun.com, check out the store.loadingreadyrun.com. We got all sorts of good stuff there. Beej would be very happy if you'd purchase many things from the store, and he would be happy to send them to you. Not personally. We have other people to do that. Patreon.com/loadingreadyrun is where you can go if you want to use the service called patreon.com to assist us with our with our various costs, including human beings. They're the biggest thing, but also you don't need to know our breakdown. What I do need to do is I need to turn off the soldering iron before it gets too hot. What else? Patreon.com/loadingreadyrun, YouTube.com/loadingreadyrun. You can become a member there. Check out our premium content. Also, if you're a member, you get to ask us questions in the monthly Asklers. If you go to youtube.com/loadingreadylive, that's where our freemium content is. And by freemium, I mean just our subs. I mean subs. I mean, by subs, I mean streams. Just all the streams. Not just streams. Streams are great. Though the magic streams are over at youtube.com/LRRMTG. They're helpfully sequestered there for you. And you can also give us subs and bits like so many of you already have tonight. Thank you for that. We really appreciate your generosity. But we appreciate you just being here, hanging with us, chatting in the chat, or what have you. So let's take it back to roughly just over 2 hours ago when a person named CyberFerret2 subscribed for 28 months. Thank you for your continued support. Fruan, it's a 38-month subscriber. 38 sure is some kind of number. I don't know. It's a square. It's a cube. Maybe it's a hexagon. Yeah, you know what? 38 is now a hexaflexagon. Counter Zero Or has subscribed for 45 months. Thank you for your continued support. CJ Caesar is back for their 26th month. Love that Haro Death Star avatar you got going on there. George 29 has subscribed for 13 months, a baker's dozen of sub months. Thank you for your continued support. Core Flux. Remember, I need to. Shit. Well. Now I need to fill that up and wipe the flux off my cutting board. Yeah, there's flux in some of my solder too. Oh wow, I actually have the 183 degrees Celsius. Cool. Yeah, you subscribed for 13. Forest Gaze, 56 months. Thank you for your continued support. The Gaming Ward subscribed. Brand new subscriber. Thank you for joining us. Couldn't pick a username, subscribing for 54 months. Are you present? I believe you are. Welcome. Bird FM, my favorite radio station. 3 months of subscription. Thanks for coming back again and again and again. And I'll thank you again another time if you come back again. Seichi-Sin, subscribing for 14 months. Woo! Enough said. And Coreflux dropping 100 bits on us to round out the program. Friends, thank you so much for your support and being here. Good work, us. Let's do it again in a fortnight's time, but with something different, shall we? Until then, keep frosty and ever forward, never learning.